Hey, step inside that booth, get loose, and I got a nigga too, man. This your boy 503 Line, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to the entire LDBC, man. Y'all boys already know what to do, man. Follow me, man, right here on YouTube at 503 Line. You know what I'm saying? Smoke City Mallcats on Instagram, and of course 503 Line on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? You boys gotta catch up, man, because we running a marathon around this motherfucker, man. Shouts out to all my motherfucking me guests today, man. You know what I'm saying? The usual suspects, man. I got me a full lineup today, man. I got me a nice little starting five. You understand me? Of course, I got my co-host, man, that always hold it down with me. You know what I'm saying? All fella. You know what I'm saying? From the north side. You understand me? I got my big bro. You know what I'm saying? 1/3 of the Houston hard hitters with me. You know what I'm saying? And nigga, this nigga right here, man, he the reason that a nigga stay grinding. You know what I'm saying? I got my boy Stay Ready up in here. You ain't got to get ready if you stay ready. You understand? Yeah, man. Of course, I got Fool of Sports. You know what I'm saying? My other usual suspect that always hold it down with me. You understand me? Yeah, so y'all be sure to follow Fool of Sports. You know what I'm talking about? And of course, I got Sergeant Box. I am that boy Box. You understand me? Sergeant Roughhouse. You understand me?
Already.
Doing his damn thing. You understand? And of course, I got my wag one. You know what I'm saying? Me, this boy right here, real special, man. I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Every time we need that UK perspective, this is who we turn to, man. He gonna give us that real deal, Holyfield, not none of that old fanboy Joshua nut hugger shit. You know what I'm saying? One of them ones.
Love, love.
Already, Wild One, man. Already. Good to have you back, man. Good to have you back. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, let's go ahead and get into it. You know what I'm saying? This Marathon Monday, man. We're gonna cut straight to the chase. You know what I'm saying? I hope you boys ready for the pace, man. But Jared Hurd, J Rock, man, this weekend. It was a great weekend of fights, man. We had Fox and ESPN going head to head, man. But we're gonna talk about J Rock and Julian Williams, man. So Philly did the damn thing. Um, Mostly everybody got to eat crow on this panel because everybody picked Jared Hurd. You know what I'm saying? Except for one of the ones, he was the only one because he was hiding last week, man. You know what I'm saying? I think he was hiding from that crow. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I'm just
I've
fucking
been
with
I've been
you.
eating no crow, man.
Nah, I'm just fucking with you, man. I'm just fucking with you. But nah, though, man. Real talk though, J Rock, he did what he needed to do, man. He got the win, man. He upset the apple card, man. Was the underdog in this fight. I gave him 30% chance of winning this fight. I just didn't, technically blow him out the water. But I did pick Jerry Hurd to get a knockout in this fight, and I was absolutely wrong. So for that, I will eat my crow. I already done ate my crow on my video, but I'm gonna eat it again on the live stream so you can know it's real, man. Your boy 503 is eating the crow, man. I was wrong. J Rock proved me wrong. Jerry Hurd did not follow any of the blueprint that the Charlos uh left well Jamal Charlo left in this fight. He did not use his jab. I don't know what the fuck that was about. He didn't jab. He got straight in the inside with J Rock, and that shit was a failure from round one. And you know it was bad because he got dropped in round two. I gave Hurd maybe 3 or 4 rounds in this fight, and that's being nice. You know what I'm saying? He did cut the pace on a little bit in the second half of this fight, man, but he was still getting clipped. He was still getting hit. J Rock was going to the body and he was hitting her with uppercuts, man, left and right, man. Oh man, it was a beautiful performance, man. He really dominated this dude, man. And I want to say this, man. When you dudes come on here, man, and you make excuses for why these dudes don't want to fight, and you got every excuse in the world on why, man. Hey, bro, say that shit for the birds, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the exact reason why when we want this motherfucking fight, it needs to happen right then and now. Not 2 fights, not 3 fights down the line. You know what I'm saying? This is the exact reason why it needs to happen, bro. Because if Hurd wouldn't have took this fight and if Charlo wouldn't have fought Harrison, we could have got them dudes in the ring, both undefeated. But now look at what's happened. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nothing wrong with what's going on, but at the end of the day, it would have had a lot more mystique and substance around this fight if both these dudes would have fought at being undefeated, man, with 3 belts on the line. It just would have made the fight a little bit more special. But don't get me wrong, this fight is still can happen, and I still want to see it, man. But I'm gonna get off my little rant because I can rant on, but I'm gonna go ahead and pass it to stay ready on this one since you already off mute, bro. What's your thoughts on this fight, man? And, how did you feel about it?
Honestly, I was happy about it. I don't know about y'all.
I said it on my channel. I said it on your channel. I'm gonna eat my crow because I did pick her, but like I said, it was decision. I don't. I told y'all I don't see her knocking nobody out. And do see him getting no stoppage because he don't got no power, bro. He don't. But one thing that I do want to say is that when he fought Jason Wilborn, that should have gave y'all a little blueprint, bro. Like for real. He was getting his ass whooped by a no name. Like who heard of Jason Wilborn before that fight? Honestly. Besides one of the ones in our show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big state ready. Boss man in the building. You know what I
Cause,
mean,
but
love it
okay,
when I'm on the panel with you.
yeah, all right, fella,
You actually the one told me about Jason Wilborn. I didn't know nothing about dude. Dude beat the hell out. He literally was beating the hell out of Jared Hurd.
so for J Rock to come in there and do what he do,
I told y'all. Only reason I even picked
Jared Hurd to win because I said
he might get a knockdown and he win a unanimous decision. Like I said, it was gonna go down like the last fight. That was my prediction.
so for me to eat crow today, this is crow I ain't fully eat because I'm glad because this fight gonna humble him just like everybody say.
You know, Charlo was gonna get humble. This is a humbling experience. Like real talk, because when you had the fight, you should have took it.
You had Charlo.
You had the unification.
That was a great way to start off to be undefeated because the next person to get was Jaime Munguia. But you ran.
What did you tell him? You got the date? You just 154. Well, it look like you don't have you.
You ain't got the keys to the car no more, homie. Look like somebody else driving the car.
Yeah, man. Yeah. J Rock driving that bitch, and that bitch going straight uptown to Philly. You understand me, man? Yeah, man. So at the end of the day, man, when we want these fights to happen, man, they need to happen right then and now, man. Well, all fella, what you got on this, bro? I'm curious to see what you got to say.
Well, let me start off by um, you know what I mean, eating my crow because I did have Jared Hurd winning this fight, not by knockout or nothing like that, but I believe I said majority decision. You know what I mean, I knew J Rock was going to be competitive, but I didn't realize he was going to be this competitive. He really showed me something, and I yeah, I have to tip my hat to J Rock because he right. I mean, I believe it was in the post fight interview. We saying nobody believed in him. Um, Everybody doubted his chin. I was one of those questioning his chin, even though that he was knocked out by a formidable puncher, Jamal Charlo. That's knocked out. We seen what he did to Hugo Centeno, knocked him out flat in the dig. So we know the boy got a serious punch. So there might have been nothing wrong with getting knocked out by Charlo like that. You know what I mean? Because what this showed me in the last couple fights against Gallimore, he didn't look as great. But what it shows me is that he was able to recover and that Charlo beating wasn't as detrimental as it usually is when it comes to like when you get knocked out. I mean, he's shown the ability to actually come back and come back stronger. He really did a number on Jared Hurd. And this is a guy, Jared Hurd, um, his opposition's been good, you know what I mean? And none of these other good opposition was able to well, you know what? Harrison was beating him. Lara had great success, but once again, I have to tip my hat to J Rock because he took it to the next level. You know what I mean? With Jared Hurd, he was able to beat him at his own game and get it done on the inside as well as on the outside, but primarily on the inside, man. His punches was crisp. You know what I mean? Very crisp punching. For all those boxers out there that don't have no inside game, take notes on what J Rock did to Jared Hurd. You know what I mean? In the phone booth. You know what I mean? Take notes because he was hitting them with that 4-inch, that right hook. It was a short right hook, you know, dig or right, and he was just hitting that with hitting Jared Hurd with that damn near all night, man. I officially had the fight scored 117 J Rock, 111 for Jared Hurd. It wasn't even close on my cards. You know, dig. I had Jared Hurd 4 rounds at most. So once again, salute to J Rock. This makes everything more interesting at 154, and it shows the competitiveness at 154. There's no, I wouldn't say there's no real outliers. Anybody can beat anybody on any given night, on any given Saturday or Friday or Saturday. You know, dig. So that makes for some interesting prospects in the future. But I believe after Jared Hurd gets to his rematch, he's going to defect to 160. You know, dig. Unfortunately, you know what I mean. So I think when the dust settles, we'll be talking either Charlo and Harrison along with J Rock. You know, dig. And you might have to add Erickson Lubin into that mix. Also, let me touch upon shout out Fox because I was really feeling the broadcast as opposed to ESPN. Now, salute to Fox for actually commemorating and remembering, mentioning, you know what I mean, the late great, not only Harold Letterman, but mentioning as well the late great action, you know what I mean, what they call him on boxing scene, the last action hero, Burt Cooper, Smoking Burt Cooper, you know, dig. I found it egregious that ESPN didn't even mention Burt Cooper. They only mentioned Harold Letterman. So once again, salute to Fox doing excellent work broadcasting the whole sport, you know what I mean, and giving everybody their proper shine and a due, you know, dig.
Already big old fella. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. Y'all smash the like button when y'all follow up in the chat, man. I appreciate everybody that's joining the chat, man. I know other people is live right now, so if you tuning in, you click in, man. Just smash the like button for the young line. Let me swing on down to Fooler, man. What you there, Fooler?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, man. Give me your thoughts on this fight, man. Did this call surprise you in any way? Was you shocked?
Yeah, I was surprised. I have a pro on two fronts. One, the Sixers lost, and the way they lost was like so messed up. In fact, I was about to cry. Like I was like almost in tears when I saw Joel Embiid cry. I was like about to tear up myself.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fucked up. That was fucked
Yeah,
up.
yeah. People are asking me what's wrong and stuff like that, and I'm like, nah, nothing's wrong, man. But anyhow, um, I mean, I guess you can say styles make fights. Number one. Number two, um, being in shape make fights. Number three, starting early makes fights, especially if you can hurt a person. And I think that's what won the fight. Once Jared Hurd got knocked down, he was already out of it. That was it. I can just see it on his face. I can just see on his face he was out of it. Like once that first knockdown happened, he had just a face of work. He did not have a face of composure of like, oh, I can just get back up and get it done. Nah, once he got that first knockdown, that was it. I knew the fight was already won by J Rock. The thing is that they say it skills pay the bills, and you have to have more than one dimension to you. You can't just have just one dimension. J Rock, although he's not the best boxer, he can box better than Jarrett Hurd on the outside, and that's eventually what got him where he was. Now, granted, don't get me wrong, J Rock's face looked like he got in a car accident after the fight. He was getting touched, but it wasn't to the extent that he was touching Jarrett Hurd. And the thing is, I think he was touching Jarrett Hurd harder. And the thing is about Jarrett Hurd is we know he's a late starter. We know he gets started late. We know that his opponents are winning the fight, early on in the fight. But
Yeah.
he just wears you down. But I can just tell that like J Rock's body, I mean, even when he hydrated, he was still cut up, looking like he was just in better shape than Jarrett Hurd. And so that's just what won the fight, basically. And also the simple fact that, Jarrett Hurd is not a good defensive fighter. Every time when he tried to Philly show up, he was getting boo-bopped, all the time. So, I mean, it is what it is. I eat crow on it. Jarrett, I mean, I'm thinking the rematch is going to be even worse, but it is what it is. That's all I got on it.
Yeah, man. I'm a definitely up you on that one because that was a great point, man. When he got dropped in that second round, bro, he didn't know how to react. His team didn't know how to react. Oh man, his team was fucking up, man. They looked it bad, man. They was putting Vaseline all in his eye. You know what I'm saying? The bell had already rung. They still in the ring, rubbing on his face. You know what I'm saying? It just looked real sloppy over there, man. I don't know, man. Maybe that hometown thing didn't work out for him, man. He was all in the dressing room getting haircuts and shit, joking and shit. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't focused, bro. And it showed in this fight, man. But Rough House, man, what you got on it, man? Rough House, you there? Okay.
Hey, my bad, bro. My bad. I'm here.
All right, we
Um,
yeah, what you got on it, bro?
man. First off, hey, phenomenal fight. Love the fight. My hat goes off to both dudes, man. Two warriors, two class acts. Putting on a good show for the people, man. Um, J Rock did everything that he was supposed to do to win that fight. And I think I said on your I think it was either yours or Axe live stream last night, man, that everything that Hurd does poorly, I basically put it out there in my breakdown video, bro, and he did every one of those things. His feet was slow. He didn't show angles. He kept his hands low. He didn't move his head. So forth and so on, bro. He did all of that and then some. Y'all made a good point, man. When he got knocked down, man, it's like his whole team went into panic mode and they got all discombobulated. And you know what I'm saying? And that was kind of the flow for that whole corner for the rest of the night, man. So it wasn't a good look for them, man. But I ain't gonna lie. And let me go ahead and say I'm gonna eat crow because I picked Hurd, man, and I thought Hurd was gonna do his usual, his Terminator tank style, and he was just gonna start slow. Once that diesel engine got revved up, he was gonna walk Hurd down and just roll him over. That didn't happen. And when Hurd jumped in the phone booth with him early in the fight, I was like, ooh, man, I don't know if he want to do that, but he proved me wrong, bro. All the things that I pointed out that are normally a problem for J Rock, he didn't do any of that, man. That dude fought a nearly perfect fight, and his team came up with a perfect game plan. Um, the fact that Hurd has taken so much damage in his last fights, and then the fact that he's cutting anywhere between 30 and 50 pounds, to make a fight, and over time, all of that catches up with a fighter, and I think Saturday night was the night that it all came into play, man. And Hurd jumped in there and went to the body early, invested in the body early, and Herd's accuracy from outside, like I said, my video is trash, bro. He has to be in that phone booth or intermediate, you know, range in order for him to effectively get his work off, man. So um I thought J Rock was gonna like boxing from the outside, and he proved me totally wrong, man. So when J Rock was outclassing him on the inside, Hurd couldn't do anything from the outside because his outside game is poor. So Hurd just ran away with the fight from there on out.
I
But
mean,
like I said,
J Rock ran away with the
yeah,
whole
yeah,
fight.
J
He
J Rock
said his
J Rock
being heard. Yeah.
yeah, J Rock ran away with the fight, man,
Yeah.
because he knew if he could dominate him on the inside, he didn't have to really worry about anything from the outside because that's not Hurd's game. He doesn't have anything for him on the outside. So and one more thing, man. Hey, Herb fucked up my streak, bro. I was like 5 for 6 on the night with the fight calls, man. Um, I called Corbob. I called my man Cool Boy Steph. Shout out to Cool Boy Steph, Stephen Fulton Jr., new
Yeah, for
IBO
sure.
Super Bantamweight champion. You know what I'm
Feel
saying?
you.
Yeah, he a friend of the house, man. Hey, salute to him, man. Mario Barrios, Navarrete, and Bachet, man. Called all them, and then the
But
main fight,
hold on. How you call Cora Boff when it was a draw, fam?
huh? Hey, it didn't start out a draw. They changed that.
I mean, we all knew
I
Cordoba. We come on, man.
hear you.
They
It's
changed
like
that,
we were
and
talking about, bro. We already
you
know
know,
Cordoba won that shit, man.
yeah. But I still don't understand how that happened. But you know, yeah, because he fucked up the church's money, man. Talking about Jerry Hurd, man. But yeah, good fight, good fight. PBC did their thing, man. Spectacular card this weekend.
I already Sergeant Box, and man, I say my boy for last, man. Wagwan, man. Let me get your thoughts on it, man. Cause like I say, you've been ducking that crow. I ain't been seeing you around one of them ones. What you got on it, man?
Yo, first and foremost, man, let me big up the usual suspects that come through. Um, so I haven't been around for a while. Just had a combination of time zone issues and lifestyle issues and stuff. So it's good to catch up, and I'm glad you saved me to last, man, because I was enjoying everyone's perspective and everyone's commentary. Roughhouse, I like when this brother talks, man, because he comes with his own unique style and flavor. You know what I mean? He
Right.
talks with his own passion, man. I was enjoying that. The Odd Fella. I'm surprised in you, Odd Fella, man. I thought you was gonna touch on not to segue off the subject too much, but I guess being from the UK, it's only relevant. But I thought you was gonna mention about your boy beating up that sumo wrestler on Friday, the German guy with the Polish surname. Yeah, I don't know if any of you guys saw it, but Fabio Wardley, who's a UK heavyweight, under the supervision of, I believe it's Dylan White or Anthony Joshua, one of those guys. He
You
beat
trying
up
to up
this.
me? Oh, you trying to one up me, nigga? Okay, go ahead,
I was
speak on
waiting for
it.
you. That's why I'm saying I'm glad I went last because I thought you was gonna touch on it. You know what I mean? And let the family
I'm
them
gonna
know
school
what was
that
going
nigga, man. School that nigga one time, one.
on. Well, anyway,
School that nigga, man.
I won't
Get
deviate
him.
too far. But anyway, there's a guy called, if for those who don't know, there's a guy called Fabio Wardley. He's an up and coming heavyweight. Odd Fella was the first person that I heard really kind of give him shine. He actually made a video on him, just to give alternative guys shine, and I commend that because we knew about him in the UK. But anyway, he's looking prosperous. He's another kind of up and coming talent. He had a fight on Friday on a BS UK card. That's just my opinion. But anyway, he was fighting. He was fighting this German guy. Don't know much about him, but he's got a Polish surname, so basically it ends in ski. And it was amazing because the guy was literally come like he was a sumo wrestler. He was fat. He was just incredibly obese. But for someone who was that obese, he kind of moved pretty well. But anyway, Fabio Wardley destroyed him, bust his nose open. There was blood everywhere. He beat him so bad that he had to take a knee, just to take a breather. And then the fat man got up.
Hey,
Fat
hey,
man
hey,
got
one of
up
the one
again.
of the ones.
Yo,
You said he was obese sumo. Big Baby had a fight this weekend.
this brother is fatter. He's fatter than Big Baby.
Dang.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. He's bigger than Big Baby ain't got nothing. Like what's his name said? Big Baby ain't got nothing on me. That's what the German guy was saying, man. If you I'm not sure if it's gonna be geo locked, but if you check out Sky Sports, the fight is on Sky Sports, but I'm not sure if you guys can access it, being from the States. But it's easy to get around. Just use the VPN and you can watch the fight for free on YouTube. They've uploaded it. But just to finish up on it, yeah, he took a knee to get a breather. Then he got up, and then Wardley just put a beating on him again, and he had to take another a knee, and then they just called the fight off. And that wasn't a UK stoppage. The guy was getting beat bad, And so I just thought I'd because that was a fight that happened in the UK. It doesn't surprise me none of you guys really knew about it because the card was it was a very domestic card, shall we say. There was no names on it. But he's a guy that you might want to kind of check for because he might be a name in the future in the heavyweight division. But we'll see how he goes. But as for the this J Rock and Williams, even though I wasn't on the panels, I didn't make no predictions on this. To be honest, I've never been high on Hurd. I've never been high on Hurd. I've heard that some people thought that he was going to knock out J Rock. I've heard some people say that they believe that Hurd should be in the pound for pound rankings. I've just never been high on Hurd. His performance against Lara. I've just seen some of the fundamentals flaws in his game. So he's never really sparked my imagination. The only reason why he's relevant is because he had those straps. Now, the good thing I will say about Hurd is he's got a good resume. He's got some good names on his resume. But I think that because of his O, that kind of made him look better than what people perhaps thought he was. I think it's down to his O, the fact that he's got the O and he's got certain names on his resume. People kind of were hypnotized into thinking that he was going to knock out Williams, and clearly people underestimated Williams himself, and this is the dynamic of boxing. And this is also, just to segue slightly into the Dog Bay fight, this is also why I wasn't quick to write off Dog Bay. Because the moment you think you know what's going to happen in the fight, because there's so much moving parts in boxing, there's so much dynamic in boxing, you can never really truly be sure what's going to happen. The fight with Dog Bay was announced very quickly, so I was under the impression that they realized their mistakes and they were going to correct some of these issues. I guess it was naive of me to think that Dog Bay would be able to correct these issues in such a short space of time. And these are serious issues that should have been ingrained in him from day one. Dog Bay's 5'2", allegedly, or he's around about 5'2", or whatever, right? The situation was very clear for him. He was dealing with a guy who was physically imposing, who was taller than him, who had a longer reach than him. And these are the fundamentals that you should be able to deal with as a short person. This should be the first thing that you should learn to deal with as a boxer, being a short person in boxing. But anyway, as for this Williams fight, the right man won. The right man won. I'm glad that Williams got the decision and it didn't go to Hurd or whatever. As I believe it was the Odd Fellow or Roughhouse was saying, this has really shaken up the dynamic in the 54 division. You know what I mean? And I'm happy with that because now, it's made the Harrison and what's his name, Mel Charlo fight even more interesting. And there's also been some commentary that I'm sure 503 has observed already about who was it? William, was it Harrison was saying to Williams, yo, you clean up, let me just deal with this. Essentially he was saying, let me deal with this idiot Charlo. You clean up your
Yeah,
side
yeah, we
and
we
then we
gonna
can
we
have a
gonna we gonna get to that. We gonna get to that.
okay, right. So I
Yep,
don't want to
that's
jump
That's
the
what I
gun,
said
but
last night.
right, that's
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
that's
that's
what I
where I
said
got
Last
it
night
from.
on Egg Channel.
Yeah, that's it.
we
That's where I got it from. I got it from you, Mac. I just I
I
couldn't
sent it to
remember
you.
where I heard it. Oh, did
Yeah,
you?
I sent
yeah, I
Okay,
sent it
but
to you
yeah,
last
anyway,
night.
Mac touched on it, and I just thought that commentary was interesting. Anyway, I know we're going to touch on that, but those are kind of my thoughts and opinions on the Hurd Williams fight. And I have to say Williams because I keep referring to um, J Rock as Paul Williams. I keep calling him Paul Williams, so I have to remember to say Williams. But yeah, man, that's kind of my stance on that bout this weekend. Oh, last thing I want to say is to me as well, I didn't see it as an upset. I honestly I watched the fight. I was actually flicking between the two because the two fights were clashing. The Dog Bay and the Williams fight was clashing, so I was trying to flick between the two. And then you got to
mm,
bear in mind as well, in my time zone, it was like 3 or 4 in the morning. So I'd just come out of a dance, you know what I mean? At a good time, nice gyalem, you know what I mean? So
right on.
I was feeling myself,
Mhm.
but I knew I had an obligation to catch these fights live, man. I didn't want to wake up late and then be kind of late on this. So um I wasn't surprised on the performance, to be honest. I'm not going to say I expected it. I didn't expect it, but it doesn't surprise me. I'm not shocked that this fight went the way that it went. I think Fula mentioned as well that he was surprised or disappointed that Hurd went straight into the inside game. But once again, that's kind of Hurd's style. He wanted to
Mm,
try and weigh down Williams. He wanted to try and use his size and weigh down Williams, so that would pay dividends in the later rounds. But what he, I guess, didn't anticipate is that Williams, he had a great inside game. He made good investments to the body. He was clipping, hooking, uppercutting um, uh, Hurd, in the early rounds, and that took the sting and the base out of his agenda. It was a great performance. Great performance. I'm not going to watch the fight again, but it was a really good performance, man.
I am. I'm gonna watch that bitch again. I ain't gonna lie to you. I gotta watch it again, man. But yeah, man. It was a dope night of boxing, man. I see you in the building, legendary. The nigga say stop hogging the mic. One of them ones we watch your video already.
Oh,
That nigga salute,
my
salute
bad,
my
man. I
nigga.
ained been on for a while, man, so I just had to get it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah.
I see you in the building, Kevin Stenhouse, Mecca one, man. Yeah, man. Y'all smash that like button for me when y'all come in, man. But uh, yeah, man. So basically, man, it was a good night of boxing, man. We got to see some good fights, man. 154 has just got shooken up. You know what I'm saying? It's supposedly they talking about a rematch and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Jared here want the rematch immediately. Um, but we gonna talk about that later, man. We might talk about that shit on Bro Channel later on or something. You know what I'm saying? I want to get y'all thoughts on this, man.
Now talk about whatever you want to, because I got some. I want it's motivation Monday. It's fight week, bro.
Right on, right on, right on. Okay, bet. Yeah, I want to get y'all thoughts on this right here, man. So this my boy right here, man. Mr. Gary Russell Jr. You know what I'm saying? He won't smoke with everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? And he calling out a lot of niggas' favorite fighters right now, man. I don't think this nigga right here, he ain't playing, man. But let me get y'all thoughts on this. Fucking something up real soon, Slim. Everybody stay the fuck out the way. Javante, Tank Davis, I'm on your ass. Leo Santa Cruz, I'm on your ass. I'm keeping my foot on these niggas' necks, man. Baltimore, y'all supposed to be known for being all these gangsters and go hard. Your man making y'all look bad, man. Your man making y'all look bad. Hey, who the nigga? Who you talking about? I'm talking about Tank. You know what I'm talking about. Okay. Your man making y'all the whole city look fucked up because I'm on his ass. And he making y'all look like some clowns. So you might want him to step up and do something. Tell him come see me and tell him stop letting Floyd control his career and take his career like it's a fragile package on Amazon or something, right? Shorty playing, man. Fuck the tank. Yeah, man. So yeah, my boy Mr. Gary Russell Jr. ain't fucking playing, man. He on all the smoke, man. Like, bro on some other shit. You know what I'm saying? He in his bag. What you got on the Stay Ready? Stay Ready, you there, bro? Okay, Fella, you there, bro? Go ahead, Fella.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. This is what I like, man. This is the Gary Russell Jr. that I've been waiting for. But yeah, go ahead, Stay Ready. You back.
He doesn't realize he's not on mute.
No, I never.
Hey,
I've been
Stay.
talking.
Your mic is low, Smack, man. Your mic is kind of low.
Yeah, man. You got that nigga headset on today.
I know, bro. It's some nigga. You gotta get.
Can
Yeah.
you hear me?
Hey, Mac, tell that girl get off your face so you can talk. We can hear you.
No, she in Arizona
Hey,
right
that's
now.
better. That's
And
better.
on my face. Not tonight. Wednesday night. That'll be Wednesday night.
Go on, Mac.
But, but let me tell y'all something. I like that what Gary Russell did, but it's good. It's easy to talk when you're in a safe place. I just want people to understand that it's easy to talk when you're in a safe place. If I'm behind this bulletproof glass and you got a gun, I can talk shit all I want to because I'm in a safe place. Bro, you at 126. If you want to fight Tank, drop your belt or just move up to 130 and fight him because I guarantee you I think he'll take that fight. That's a DMV fight. That's a big money fight. That's Shane Mosley. Floyd Mayweather. You at 126 talking shit. Move up and take that fight. Now Leo Santa Cruz, he been ducking you for years. But Tank, move up. Just move up. That's all you got to do. It ain't hard. You talking reckless from a safe place, my brother. That's all I'm saying. Move up.
Yeah, man. I guess stay ain't rocking with Mr. Gary Russell. Goddamn me, he say move up so you can get that Tank smoke. What you got on it, fella?
Put some respect on the
Nah, bro,
longest
I
reigning
like the fact that he called
WBC.
him out. No, I was just gonna say I like the fact he
Indeed.
called him out. But if you're gonna call him out, move up and do it. Don't stay at
I
126 and keep running your mouth.
I agree with you, Mac.
Indeed, but there's a possibility of him doing that anyways. You know what I mean? He didn't say when to move up. But at the same time, let's put some respect on the longest reigning WBC champion, you know what I mean, in the game. And that's
He ain't
Gary
the
Russell
longest reigning
Jr.
WBC champion. Deontay Wilder is the longest reigning WBC
Nah,
champion.
bro, it's Mr. Gary
Nah, it
Russell.
isn't, bro.
Mr.
Check
Gary.
yourself.
I thought Gary Russell
Hey,
lost his belt and won it back.
Nah,
Yeah, he lost his
Nah.
belt and won
that
it
was
back.
before
Bro.
Lomachenko. He got that belt after he lost to Lomachenko, bro.
Okay, that was after he lost to Lomachenko.
He ain't lost since Lomachenko beat him.
Bro, he been a WBC champion since 2015. How long Deontay Wilder been a WBC champion?
I don't know,
It ain't
bro.
been since 15, I don't think.
nah, I think it's been since 15. That's when Wilder won the belt, if I'm not mistaken.
Well,
Bro,
the fact remains is even Gary Russell said it himself. He got it about 2 months earlier, prior to Wilder.
Wait,
Okay.
So if
didn't
anybody
Wilder,
want, if anybody want to check the box recs on that, you know what I mean, go right ahead. But
I'm already on that, bro. Don't worry about
didn't
that.
Deontay
didn't
Wilder
Wilder
won
pick
his
it up
belt
off of
January
Brazil, right?
17,
Sorry, not
2015.
he picked it up of Stavern, right?
Gary Russell. Hold on. I'm finna go to Gary Russell now. That was January 2015. Gary Russell got his belt March 2015. So who got it first?
say that again.
I say Gary Russell got his in March. Deontay Wilder got
To
his in
this
January.
day.
Wait,
Thank you.
Wilder got his he picked up
January
the
17, 2015.
yeah.
All right, whatever. He's the second longest reigning WBC champ. Put some respect on his name, God damn it. He beat him by he got some by 3 months, bro. What you want me to
Okay.
do?
I'm
Yeah,
just
you know what I
saying.
mean?
That
I
Want me
mean,
to eat
shit.
crow
You,
Hey,
today?
hey,
Want me
hold
to eat
up.
some
so
crow?
it is.
Hey,
I'll eat crow for that. Go ahead, serve it
If
on
you
to me. You know
if
what I
you gonna
mean?
say
But at the
something,
end of
hey,
the
say it, bro.
day, you know what I mean? I gotta salute Gary Russell for showing that he has a pulse. You know what I mean? Because I was
That's
starting to
true.
believe this guy wasn't interested in any type of boxing, but he's showing that he wants to smoke. You know what I mean? He wants that smoke with Tank. You know what I mean? And he wants that smoke with Leo Santa Cruz, and that's been perennially ducking him. You know what I mean? For it seems like a decade now. You know, dig? So yeah, I mean, good look. Yeah, I like the way he sounded. I never even knew Gary Russell could talk the way he talks. You know what I mean? I didn't even know what the nigga's voice sounded like until these past couple days. So that's good promo on him because he's almost like the forgotten. He's like an uber skilled boxer, but we feel like we don't talk about him at all. He's like irrelevant, you know what I mean? And now he's making himself relevant, you know what I mean? So good look. It seems like Duck Davis's team, they won it. Nostrils seems kind of giddy about the whole shit, about the whole fight, and he seems like he wants to match the two up together. So yeah, hopefully it will manifest. You know what I mean? Both sides are talking about it. I haven't heard Duck Davis say anything about it yet, but hopefully he'll find his balls and start talking on Twitter again. You know, dig, or maybe they put the blackout on him or something like that because he was talking too reckless. But otherwise, yo, I like the way how Gary Russell sounding right now. You know what I mean? And he needs to keep it up.
Yeah, but he's also only been fighting once a year as well
right, right.
since
Hey, I
15.
go ahead, bro. I'll piggyback after you. But go ahead.
Now, yeah, he's also been fighting once a year, but he also spoke to that. You know what I mean? And he said he can't get the guys in the ring. You know what I mean? And he out alluded, he partially blamed his advisor for that as well. You know what I mean? Because he's trying to get the guys the same guys that his advisor's advising. Why isn't his advisor advising them to fight him? It don't like so that's where he's at. But I can understand, yeah, it's a legitimate criticism. The dude's inactive. I don't like the fact I hate these fighters that fight once a year. But at least I hear him. At least he's speaking to us. You know what I mean? Because to tell you the truth, I haven't heard Gary Russell Jr. like for 3 years. You know what I mean? So at least he's giving us, you know what I mean, so some good things to talk about. You know what I mean? This is some juicy shit that's coming from a guy that we never heard of before or never thought of that was gonna speak out. You know what I mean? And stand on his ground. So
Yeah,
yeah,
but
that's all I'm saying about that.
see, you say that we haven't heard from him, right? So the last time I heard Gary Russell speak, he was talking about like he's not really in love with boxing. You know, he's just kind of doing it for a paycheck. Like he's not really into boxing that much. And I even remember him once saying that he's looking to relinquish that WBC belt. You know what I mean? I understand that he's been struggling to get fights. And to his kudos, I do remember him calling for the rematch against Lomachenko. We believed that, you know, there were some issues in the first fight and what have you. And, you know, it kind of got pushed under the rug. But, you know, I don't know about Russell, man, because I remember from 2-3 years ago when he was talking about, yeah, his heart's not really in it no more. And, you know, he might just quit boxing and, you know, relinquish the belt and do something else. But who knows, man? With these guys, man, 1 minute they're one way, and then the next you find they're acting a different way. So we'll have to just see what happens, I guess.
Yeah. What you got on the Rough House? Rough House, you there, bro? All right. Fuller, what about you, bro? What you think about Gary Russell, man?
Well, um, what I will say is the proof is in the pudding. Uh, pull up at Tank's next fight and get in the ring and say, let's make it happen. Or pull up at a press conference and say, uh, what are we waiting for? I want that fade. The talking is good, you know. Uh, Now, if Tank responds back with crickets, then I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna probably be done with Tank. Like at that point in time, I'll probably be done with Tank. I'll probably like pay attention to him like here and there, but I won't like I won't look at him as someone who will be uh, like a like a like a champion, basically, like a true champion. I won't look at him to fill the void that Floyd left off, you know, if he responds back with crickets. But at the same time, Gary Russell has to pull up at the fight and tell him, yo, what's up? Let's run that fade. You know, don't just talk about it. Take your steps forward and make it happen, or try to make it happen at least.
Yeah, man. I definitely agree with what you're saying, man. I think Gary Russell, if he want to pull Tank Holcott, he should move up to 130. Try to get that belt from Brett Chet. You know what I'm saying? I would try to do that if need be. You know what I'm saying? You've been the WBC champion for a while, so I know you got a little pull. You know what I'm saying? You might be able to get that fight if you move up to 130. You know what I'm saying? What's up? PC Jacob say Wilder's announcement will be he's pursuing action. Watch. He doesn't learn from Lennox Lewis' mistakes. Yeah, man. Oh yeah. So Wilder already put out he got a big announcement coming. You know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to figure out what it is. K Black say Russell has fought once every year since 2015. He only come out of hiding when he has a fight and talk BS after the fight. He'll go and hiding again. I mean, shit, I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. Anybody who would pose any type of threat to Tank the fight won't happen. Trust me. Tank will remain sheltered and pad his record into about 35 to 40 fights. Damn. That's fucked up. Nostrils. Yeah, y'all tripping, man. Y'all just putting this. Y'all just been saying my man is just ducking everybody, huh? Yeah,
Hey,
damn.
that's Nostrils himself.
He's not wrong for feeling that way, man. I don't blame him. I don't blame him for making that statement. I can't blame him for that.
No, I don't blame him, but I'm just saying my man is. Everybody's saying he a ducker, bro, but I really don't think it's him. I think it's the money team, bro.
I'm not.
That's just me, though.
Man,
What you say, bro?
I
Hey,
love.
you only as strong as your team, though.
Right. Go ahead, stay ready.
I said I'm not mad at the statement, but like you said, you're only as strong as your team, right? Then why Gary Russell ain't getting fights? So now he got to call up people in higher weight divisions. So now you're gonna move up and put yourself in danger of somebody who's a power puncher. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to see that fight because I think Gary Russell will give Tank problems. But my issue is I think Gary Russell gonna get clipped too.
Yeah, I
So don't
agree.
sit there and say somebody's scared when they're in a whole nother division, bro.
Yeah, I agree. I
You
think
holding the
Tank,
belt at 126 and he's at 130. Who's scared of you?
I think Tank gets him. Yeah, I think Tank gets him, but
But Mo, no. But what I'm saying is,
If
how
Tank
can
get him, then why they not setting the fight up, bro?
no?
He
I'm
loves
saying
fighting
this.
little niggas.
Listen to me. Listen to me. 503. You at 126. I know y'all get this, but
Mm-hmm.
how is he gonna sit there and dictate that somebody's scared of him or anything like this? And you at a whole different weight division. That's like Canelo's over here calling out Earl Spence. Come on,
Come on, man. You talking about
But
4 pounds,
Russell's barking
dog.
up the tree, though. It's
4 pounds, move up,
Yeah,
Yeah, man, it's crazy, bro.
Russell's at 26 barking up. You know what I mean?
move up. 4 pounds, 10 pounds, move up.
But looking at Gary Russell, right? What is he, 5'5" or something, right? Does he look like the type of person, that would look comfortable at 35? Sorry, 30.
30.
Nah, he can't move up to 35. He'll get
Nah,
stretched.
Yeah,
yeah.
sorry, I meant 30. I meant 30. Because I
Yeah, I
mean,
think he can.
he's
I
kind
think
of
he can move to 30. I don't think.
He
I
can
don't
move to
think it's a
30.
big deal. He moving up 4 pounds. He's
saying that.
5'5",
I don't think 30
about
is
the
a
same
problem.
height as Javante. Yes, they have different type of body types, but I mean, this is the same. This is the same Gary Russell that was competitive with Lomachenko, and Lomachenko's at 135, and we don't look at him as a big guy.
Yeah, I think Russell was even fighting at 128 in the amateurs, if I
Mm.
remember correctly. But
Lomachenko ain't
anyway,
fighting other people that were 35 either.
Yeah, man, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy, man. You know what I'm
but
saying? I definitely.
He done had 2 fights at 135, and we sitting there acting like Lomachenko is the best thing smoking at 135.
Oh
see the
nah.
thing,
Oh no. Oh.
see,
Huh?
see the thing is, right? So we've got to ask ourselves a question, right? Do Is it acceptable for fighters? See, this is what a lot of this ducking and the fights getting made and this guy's ducking. This is where it all ultimately comes down to. Each of us on the panel right now, right? Is it acceptable? We got to ask ourselves this question: is it acceptable for fighters to decline fights that they don't think that they could win? Like, do we find that acceptable, or do we agree? Like, if you're a fighter and you know in your heart that you can't beat this person, and so therefore you're not going to take that fight. So effectively, what you're saying is, what's the point in me getting in the ring and getting beaten up just so some fans can say, "Oh, I didn't duck a fight, but I took a beating, and now I've got brain damage and my eye socket's broken and so forth." You understand where I'm coming from? We got to ask that
Yeah, because
question.
boxing is about accepting the challenges, bro. You can't turn down a challenge, bro.
Well, yeah, but to me, boxing and fighting in general is the pursuit of being the best, discovering. It's like that's why I had respect for Rigo when he went up to fight Lomachenko or whatever. But I'm saying we've got to ask that question. Like, so if I'm just saying, if Tank thinks that he can't beat Gary Russell, is it acceptable for him to duck that fight? If he believes in his heart that he can't beat Gary Russell or anyone for that matter, not even just Tank, is it acceptable for them to duck that fight? That's what we got to ask ourselves. Because if it is acceptable, then there is no. This whole conversation is done. Do you understand? Like, there is no more. There is no further conversation. But I agree with you, Oddfella. That's my stance on it. You should. It's like the old martial artists. It's the pursuit of um, being the best. You know what I mean? Discovering, challenging yourself, and seeing whether proving that you're the best. That's why I've got a lot of respect for people like Mayweather and the older generation. You know what I mean? Because those fights happened.
I liken it to something recent, like with the I never liked the Mikey Garcia Spence fight, but
Well,
I had
yes,
to understand it. I had to
exactly.
understand it. You know what I mean? Because he Garcia challenged Spence. You know what I mean? And Spence refused to. He could have easily said, I'm gonna beat you easily. I don't need to fight you." But he
But then,
accepted the challenge and whooped his ass. You know what I mean? So I have to
Right.
respect that with all. You know what I
I,
mean?
I agree
And
with
I have
you.
to look at
yeah,
it the same
great.
way with these motherfuckers.
I
You
agree
get
with
it?
you, fella, but it's the same thing that I said about Mikey. I said you talking good from a safe place until they made the fight happen. I said that when they was negotiating. I said that. Before they negotiated.
That's the thing. You talking that from a safe place, but he didn't. It obviously wasn't a safe place because he went into the fire, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
And
but
now
he
we
did.
acting like, Gary Russell ain't willing to go into the fire because he's 126. I don't believe it.
Odd fella. Listen, what did Mikey do? What did you just say Mikey did? This came out your mouth. What did you just say Mikey did?
He challenged Errol Spence.
No, you said he went into the fire.
Yeah.
What I've been saying the whole time.
He went into the fire.
What have I been saying the whole time?
You saying he talking from a safe place.
I said move
up. He said he need to move up.
Been saying it. Move up. Take it.
Yeah. Right. But then the flip side to what I was saying, right, is if Wilder calls out Inouye, right? Extreme example. If Wilder calls out Inouye and Inouye says, "No, I ain't taking that fight," is he a ducker? Is he a coward now? Because that's a.
Come on, fella. I mean, one of them ones you reaching, cuz.
Nah, man, that's the principle of it.
That's very extreme, family.
Right, but you know what? I was thinking in my mind, the example I was thinking of was, okay, so what if Dillian White say he want Charlo?
Exactly, it's an example.
Is Charlo a duck if he say he don't take that fight?
This is what I'm saying, 503. We gotta ask ourselves the question: if these guys feel in their
heart, that's why there's different weight classes. But we talking about 4 pounds, niggas.
Bro, exactly. I'm not one of them ones. I fuck with you while going, but cuz you overthinking this shit. I'm gonna just be real with you, bro.
Okay, but the thing about it is, man, the only reason that Errol took that fight with Mikey is because Mikey was a profitable draw. If Mikey was a nobody calling Errol Spence's name, Errol would have told him, shut the fuck up, go sit down, and I'm finna go on to my next fight. He wasn't gonna fight him just because Mikey called his name out and challenged him.
It made sense, bro. That's what I'm saying. It made sense. Gary Russell to be made. So I'm not finna sit up here and make no excuse for Tank. This fight makes sense.
But I feel like
this fight make more sense than Errol Spence versus fucking Mikey Garcia, dude.
Yeah, okay. So, hey, well, let me ask y'all this then. All right, Canelo is calling out Charlo. I mean, no, he's calling out Spence.
Yeah, there we go.
Does that fight make sense?
Yeah,
it makes sense. If he doesn't take it, like, what I'm asking, right? I was just giving.
It might not make sense, but it do make dollars. I tell you that.
That makes a whole lot of dollars, nigga. That makes sense.
It make a whole lot of dollars, but does it really make sense for Errol to go up to 160 from 147?
It makes sense, but not at this very moment.
Okay,
not at this very moment. But nothing is wrong with them dudes fighting at a catch weight or fighting at 158 or something, or 160. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right, but the validate.
And when you look at it, it's starting to make more sense because Canelo's the smallest middleweight in the. That's reigning.
To validate,
so that's a good matchup for Spence.
To validate what one of them ones is saying, bro, is if Errol Spence says no, I'm not taking that fight right now. Did he duck out on that? Canelo's 2 weight divisions higher than him, calling him out.
No, but listen, and the other thing is right is we got.
You're breaking up, bro. You're breaking up, bro.
What is the priority? Priority is the priority the money, or is it the fights that we want to see? Because at the end of the day, if the priority is money, then Errol Spence could call out flipping KSI or something, and that will probably do numbers. You understand what I'm saying? It's like we're kind of.
I'm gonna say one of them ones, bro. It's a mixture of legacy, money. You know what I'm saying? And some niggas want to be undisputed.
Yeah, but all I was saying, right? All I was saying is we just gotta ask ourselves the question, and no one's answered the question. When I said, what if Wilder calls out Inouye and Inouye of where's the fight? Is he a ducker? I'm not saying that that's a realistic. It's an extreme example designed to cause shock factor, and it's just an extreme example, right? Now, obviously, in reality, we're not talking about such a huge gap. We're talking about 4 pounds or whatever. But the ultimate question is, right? Even on a personal level, if someone that's bigger than you or whatever called you out to fight, you know, would you take that fight yourself? And is it acceptable for these guys if they don't think that they can win? If they don't think that they can win, right? I mean, not, obviously they're not going to come out and say, "Hey, I'm not taking that fight. You know, he's going to beat me up. I'm going to lose." I'm just saying, if they feel in their heart they're not going to win, right, and they're not going to take that fight, is that acceptable? That's all I'm saying. Is that acceptable to you? Like, are you going to leave it alone because they know that they can't win and they don't want that fight? Or are we saying that even though you know you can't win, you should still take the fight anyway? And if that's the case, then you've got to open the floodgates to everyone and everything. So that's what I'm saying. Then Wilder can call out some of these guys at the paperweights and say, "Hey, look, I want to fight you," and you know, and
That don't make sense, though, bro. Don't make sense what you saying, bro. You reaching.
All right, but
Reaching,
what if Wilder call out a cruiserweight?
There we go. Okay, let me, because you don't like the example. What if Wilder calls out some C-level cruiserweight?
Here,
You know, that no
how
one
about
ever heard.
this? How about we make it better? Let's make it closer. What if Wilder called out? What if Wilder called out Kovalev? What if Wilder called out Kovalev?
What if Wilder calls out anybody? That's what I'm saying. It doesn't even matter who he call. It doesn't matter. It's not even specific to Wilder. I don't care who it is. I'm just
Yeah, I know what
saying
you're
that.
saying. I get exactly what you're saying.
Listen, man. The fact of the matter is, if Gary Russell is calling out Tank and Tank ain't saying nothing, people are gonna perceive or believe and think that Tank is ducking. This world is about perception, bro. You know what I'm
I
saying?
I agree
That's
with that.
Indeed.
like
And you
period.
I
have to, and you have to look at the situation and what's surrounding Tank right now. Now these other fights, you know what I mean? Um, when we're looking at Tank, we're criticizing Tank because he's not fighting nobody right now. He's been fighting washed up Mexicans and stuff like that, like Fonseca and Jesus Cuellar and guys like that. We want to see the real fights. We want to see the other belt holders, the other matchups. We've been calling for Tevin Farmer forever, and now we have another credible opposition in Gary Russell Jr. that's under the same umbrella in the PBC, and now we're saying this fight can't happen. He needs to move up to 130.
yes.
Of course he does need to move up. Of course he needs to move up. But we shouldn't be talking about the weights right now. We should be encouraging this fight to happen and not being stuck in semantics.
Oh,
No,
wait, who's against that fight happening? Though?
who
Who's
Who
saying?
said it
yeah.
couldn't happen?
Who said they
Who
couldn't
said it
fight?
couldn't happen? Who
Yeah,
said it shouldn't
who's
happen?
saying? I don't understand who's saying that they don't want to see the fight. Well, it shouldn't
But,
happen.
Nobody
but,
on this
but,
channel
but
said they didn't want to see this fight.
I think I'm not saying that he's saying that y'all saying that
No,
the
but
fight shouldn't happen.
it is.
But what
That's what he just said.
No, I didn't really say. I did say that, but I didn't say it I didn't mean it that way in that sense. I mean it in the sense that we shouldn't be
But you gotta.
picking or being particular with the semantics about, oh, he need to move up. We just need to talk about, yo, he need to fight. They
Hey,
need to fight.
But
hey, let
They're
me
right
say,
around the right. Like to me, it's logic that Tank ain't going to 126. He can barely do 130. It's logic that Gary's gonna move up to fight to fight Tank and not the other way around.
one of them
So
ones
we shouldn't even we shouldn't even be picking with the man's weight and saying, oh, he needs to move up to 130 before he can even talk shit. Nah, I don't believe in that. Let
I
him
do.
talk his
Look,
I do.
let him talk his shit. You know what I mean? And set the fight and
I'm
get the
gonna
fight
tell you
going,
why. I'm
get
gonna
the
tell you
ball
why.
I do.
rolling. And
Hey, let me.
when the
Hold
time
on. Let
comes,
Rough
then
House
he
go. Let Rough
can
House
move
go.
up
Hey,
in
check
weight
this
and then
out.
and capture that
Hey, hold on.
WBA
Hey, check
super.
this out. Check this out. I believe he needs to move up, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because for the same reason that when Rigondeaux moved up to fight Lomo, when Mikey went up
Mm,
there to fight
Hold on,
Mike
one
went up
of
there to
them
fight Spence, bro. When they get their ass skull drug, what are people gonna say? Oh, he drug him up from one weight class or two weight classes. He was so much bigger than him. No, take that element out of it. Move up. Go ahead,
yep.
take you a fight or two, get acclimated, and then go get that. Now, talking shit, you talk shit all you want to. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I want you. I'm coming up to your division to get you. You know what I'm saying? Just like the boy Terrence Crawford did. He said, "Hey, I'm coming up to 147. I'm coming for smoke with whoever got a belt." You know what I'm saying? Hey, but when you just jump from that weight division to the next weight division or the next two weight divisions to make a fight, that's when you open that door for all those other excuses. Well, the only reason he beat him was because I don't want none of that. I want both of them dudes on an even keel, on an even playing field. Go get that smoke, and then when whoever lose, you lost because you lost, and that's
I
what it is.
I 100% agree with what Roughhouse just said because
There we
that's my
go. Tell him
sentiments.
again. Tell him
That's
again.
my sentiments. That was exactly my sentiments.
Tell him
I,
again.
I'm saying,
Yep.
man, it's still cats out here. It's still cats out here today talk about well, the only reason Earl beat Mikey is because he came up from 135. Well, okay, you know what? That's your excuse. He still got his ass
and
beat,
you
but
know what? That's the
that's an
reason we
excuse that's out there.
and we all said that's the reason Lomachenko beat Rigondeaux. We all say
Rigondeaux.
that.
Let's get rid of that.
A
All
lot of
right,
people
yeah,
said
that's
that.
gonna be the excuse.
We ain't gonna no, we not
For
for to have no
4 pounds
excuses
is the
because
Hey, bro,
excuse.
it ain't no
no
That's
no
why
no
excuse.
no
Tank
Hold
no
on,
no
hold on,
no
hold on, hold
excuses
on,
because if
Tank
hold on, hold on, hold on,
knocks out Gary Russell.
hold
Nah,
on,
bro,
hold
I
on,
don't believe
hold
that.
on, hold
ain't gonna
on,
be no excuses. Ain't gonna
hold on,
be no
hold on,
excuses.
hold on, big bro. I'm gonna say this. I done let everybody get their rocks off. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the man is calling out this man. Now, from what we got in that video, it sounds like he don't want no tune-up fights. That's just how I perceive the video. You guys might have heard it different. If he goes into this fight and he loses, it's on him. Just how when Mikey went in there with Spence and thought he could beat Spence, he seen something, quote unquote. He got his ass whooped. Me and my big bros at the fight, we seen the whole thing from the round 1 to round 12. No excuses, bro. I didn't give Mikey no excuses. I feel like that's what everybody wanted to do, but I didn't give him no excuses. I ain't hear bro give him no excuses. I ain't hear nobody on the panel give him no excuses. You know what I'm saying? This is on this man at the end of the day. All I'm saying is no reason why this fight should not be happening, bro. Y'all both from the DMV. Y'all both around the same size. Both of y'all champions. Make the fight.
But 503, can I say something real quick?
I want to go after you one.
Yeah, go ahead, go
Okay,
ahead.
I'll keep it. I'll keep it short, man.
Make it real quick, bro. Cause you really threw me out today with that shit, bro. Not gonna lie, bro. You really did.
Well, it stimulates good conversation. Stimulates good conversation. But I'm gonna keep it quick, man. I kind of I agree with Oddfellow as well that a lot of people have been calling out Tank. There's a lot of matchups with Tank. You've got the Lomachenko and Tank. I think even Teofimo stuck his neck in there at one point. Didn't Shakur Haney even wasn't that floating around? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Jimmy Russell. There's a lot of matchups for Tank that even Ryan Garcia. Do you know what I mean? But I, what's going on there? You know what I mean? There's a lot of these good matchups are just not happening.
I'm gonna tell you what's going on. Tank is that nigga right now that's getting his lunch money took every day. That's what's going on, bro. I'm just gonna be real with
I'm a pass the mic. I'm a pass the mic.
you. I'm gonna just be real with you, man. That's what's going
I, I
on.
I disagree. I agree, but I disagree. This is what I say. For some reason, ever since Loma Tank was calling out Loma originally. Before anybody called out Tank, let's start this from the beginning. Tank called out Loma. Loma said, I'm finna move up to 135. If you want to fight me, you're gonna have to move up here. First he ran, he didn't say shit. But then he said, I'm moving up to 135. You want me to move up to 135? That's what Tank said. Loma said. But originally, Loma didn't say nothing. Loma just ran. Because he kept calling out Loma. He kept was trying to unify, and then Loma ran with his tail tucked between his legs. Then Loma get a win with Pendraza. After he beat Pendraza, he felt, well, maybe I got a chance. He started calling Tank out again because he wanted the money fight. He wanted the money fight. After that, Tevin Farmer decides, well, shit, I'm at the same weight class. I got a belt. Let's unify. I won't smoke with Tank Davis. Tank Davis didn't want to do business with Tevin Farmer. Why? Because he's over there with Al Heyman. With Eddie Hearn. Ain't nobody trying to do business with Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn fucked that situation up. That's why we're not getting that fight with Tevin Farmer. Then you got Ryan Garcia over here calling Tank out from he way at the bottom of the barrel. Ain't nobody even trying to hear nothing he got to say because ain't no way he beat nobody right now. No top tier fighter. He will get exposed. That's him. Then all of a sudden Loma steady calling out Tank. Mayweather said, "We're not trying to do business with Bob Arum." I get that, but everybody want to get on Tank ass for not trying to fight Lomachenko because I believe somebody told him to be quiet about it. But originally, Tank was calling out Loma. Don't act like y'all forgot that. Don't act like y'all forgot that because originally he was calling out Loma. Then let's go to the spot. Then all of a sudden, Leo Santa Cruz decided to call out Tank. And then after Leo Santa Cruz decided to call out Tank, now Gary Russell wants to call out Tank. But y'all in the lower weight classes. But now y'all want to move up and y'all think y'all got the balls to go ahead and handle Tank. I believe Tank will fight both of them guys. Both of them. And I think Tank smokes both of them. And that's real talk. But y'all can't sit here and act like Tank wasn't calling these guys, calling the big greatest fight of all time that everybody believe white Jesus, whatever the fuck y'all want to call Lomachenko. Y'all can't sit here and act like Lomachenko didn't run from Tank first. So y'all, we not gonna sit here and say so he's getting his lunch money taken. No. Tank was out there trying to make these fights at first, then they ran, and now because I believe his management done put a muzzle on him and he can't talk about these fights. Everybody want to
He
hear
talk
his
about him
name.
on social media though.
He really don't though. He talks shit, but he ain't talking to none of these cats on social media. He ain't talking to nobody. He talked shit about Hurt this weekend, but he ain't really. I follow Tank. He ain't been saying shit about these fights.
Bullshit.
What did he say lately?
Now go ahead. I'm gonna
No,
put
I'm
it
just
up.
saying. I just want to know what he said lately because lately he hasn't been. I feel, bro. We know how Tank is on social media, and I feel like somebody done put a muzzle on him. Chief, real talk. I feel like somebody got a muzzle on him. That's the only reason we ain't hearing Tank talk.
Okay.
That's me, because you ain't seeing it in social media or on the mic. You ain't seeing it. I feel like they got a muzzle on it. And it's probably to do with money, too. They probably holding some money from him. He pulling the Bob Brown, Floyd.
You
Hey,
think so?
well, could it be that this is all Floyd's plan is to get, Tank as the trophy and everybody calling him out and everybody wanting him to elevate his stock?
Yeah.
That ain't gonna elevate no stock. That's gonna make people steer away from it.
The other
I don't know, because we all talking about we want to see these fights. Everybody that say his name.
True.
the other dynamic as well that I heard someone say was that is Mayweather, um because Mayweather made a lot of money on this, beating up the Mexicans, the brown on the Mexicans. And is Mayweather pushing Tank down that same route? Is that what it is? That's another theory that I heard.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that too. And it could be. It could be.
Because he made a lot of money and maybe he's just following that same formula, because so
And
far it appears so.
and he knows he's going to get the two biggest paying fan bases, the black fan base and the Latino, the Spanish fan base. If he
Yeah,
can keep Tank fighting these Spanish fighters, then he knows he's gonna get people to pay for these fights or tune into these fights or whatever the case may be.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to pull this shit up, man, so y'all can see it. But at the end of the day, man, Tank got too many dudes calling him out, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It's
Yeah, I agree,
not.
but
It's not.
especially right now, bro. There's no reason. There's nothing but good potential matchups for Tank. You know, whether it's at 135, whether at 130, or if he goes up to 135, or somebody comes up from 126. It's good fights
Hey,
for him.
Okay,
You
check
know,
this out. Check this out. My big bro asked me, "Have Tank been talking on Twitter to these fighters?" Now this is recently. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, but them two have always been going
You know what
back
okay,
I'm
and
I
saying?
see
forth.
it.
Tim
That's
Former
that's
I see
say,
historical.
it.
hold on. Let me read it. One of them ones. You ready to put your cape on for Tank? Hold on, bro. Uh, He say, "Look how big this boy is. You will never beat me. You don't even keep up with yourself. You big as a house." At Devontae, he say, "I will break every bone in your body on my dead homies. I'm gonna try to kill you when we fight." So what's that right there, bro? How you gonna explain that?
Maybe they working on something.
What you just said he
Yeah, he
wasn't
said
talking
when we
about.
fight.
You just
Yeah,
said
I
he
did.
wasn't
I didn't see
talking.
that, but I haven't been seeing them talk. I literally haven't been seeing them talk because I
That's what
told
I'm
you on
talking
your
about
show.
right here, bro. You can talk with this shit on Twitter, man. But what's up? What's up, bro? That's all I'm
Man,
That
saying.
right, that right there is part of a historical dialogue that's been going that dates back a
Man,
good
this
2 or 3
this
nah,
years.
I ain't worried about that dialogue. He
this nigga
really,
this nigga Javante got a bill belly, cuz. I'm just gonna
What you say?
be real.
What you saying? He's walking around at 200.
I'm
I do want. Let me say this real quick, and this is just me. I'm gonna take over Tank. I'm gonna be the one to
been
take
doing
over.
that
No,
the
but I'm gonna say,
whole time.
but listen to this. Just listen, real quick. How many people calling out Kovalev right now?
Yard.
Not
Javante
just
nigga
yours,
probably
motherfucker.
not
How many people is calling out Kovalev right now?
You
Honestly,
got him and y'all finna fight, so he don't even count no more.
yeah,
Well,
but
shit,
before that,
everybody at 175 except for Gvozdy.
and hold on, and Canelo, and
Canelo too,
Callum
yeah.
Smith, and
Yeah.
Gilberto Ramirez. That's why he moved up.
Yep, he vacated his belt today too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
it's the same thing. You Tank ain't the only one that people are calling out either.
Yeah, man, but
But we
I
not.
gotta get even though I don't like Kovalev, bro, at least Kovalev then gave us some good fights, bro.
Real talk.
I'm just saying. Tank ain't did that, bro. His only best fight was against Pedraza, in my opinion. When he won the belt. You know what I'm saying? That probably was his toughest fight thus far.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you on that.
And but I won't Tank. I feel like Tank can beat Gary Russell.
I I
I feel like Tank can beat Leo Santa
I
Cruz.
think Tank can beat Lomachenko.
I think Tank can beat everyone. Tank's a good fighter, man. He can beat anyone and everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, but it's to the point to where I can't defend him, bro. Cause god damn, bro,
But I can defend him on this point. The reason I say that is,
it's looking bad right now, bro.
bro, you. This is the reason I say that is because Gary Russell got one belt. One belt. How many belts is it? Four.
Well, 4 or 5.
Four. I ain't counting IBO.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that.
But don't nobody recognize that belt. You ain't even called out the people in your own weight division. Bro, this is really the first time I ever heard Gary Russell really call anybody out too.
That's how you know it's real.
But yeah, it might be real, but why you ain't calling the guys out in your own weight class with
That's
the
how you
belt?
know it's a money grab.
Hey, he ain't calling nobody out in his weight class. He calling out Tank. Why? It's because he feel like everybody else calling him out. I'm gonna call him out too. It's something he might be something wrong with his mental. I might can get it. No, you getting knocked out.
But is
Call out
that
the
is
And
call
he
out
did
these
Mm.
guys in
call
your
out
weight.
Leo
No,
Santa Cruz.
but is that a big fight though?
he ain't been calling out Leo Santa Cruz. They just been trying to make the fight. He ain't been calling him out like he just called out Tank. He ain't been calling out no Leo Santa Cruz like that. Come
But
on,
how,
man.
we say it's a money grab, right? But how big is that fight? How big is a Tank versus what's his name, Russell fight? I
That's
mean,
a
is it pay per view?
hey,
Is it
that's a
main
DM.
event? Like, how big is that?
Actually, it can be. That's a DMV fight, bro. That's a
It's a
DMV
big
fight.
fight in the DMV in the
Hmm.
Washington
And
D.C. area.
and and because Tank is a little bit bigger. Tank got a lot of fans out here in Texas, bro.
Yeah, and that's a big fight for the lower tier weights, man. And let's not get it twisted. Like the super big bags is down there at 130 and 126 and 122 because they're not. But at that particular level, this could be the biggest fight in that what I'm saying, money wise in that weight class in that
Yeah,
area.
I
Yeah,
would love
yeah.
Ain't
to
no
be
money.
honest with you. I
Ain't no
would love to
money
see.
down there.
I would love to see Gary Russell fight Josh Warrington. Tell me
Ooh,
that
that's
ain't a
my
good
guy
fight.
right there.
Tell me that
Yeah,
ain't a good
Warrington.
fight.
Yeah, that'd be a
Yep,
good
yep.
fight.
That's a
I would
nice,
like.
good call. Good call.
I'm just saying,
Not hating on that.
you got other champions in your weight class. Why haven't you said their names? Why haven't you
But
said Josh Warrington? Let's fight. Why haven't you
but
said Oscar Valdez? Let's fight.
The reason why I
You
was
talking
asking,
about all guys from different. It's all politics. He called somebody from his own camp. PBC.
Mm,
What's wrong with that?
Boy, I
but you
mean,
mm.
know,
if that's
the
the
reason.
case, hold on. If that's the case, then you got other fighters at other weight divisions like Jared Hurd called out Earl Spence. He did it. Also, the Demetrius Andrade called out Jermell Charlo. They in the same weight class. I mean, same. They say in the same stable. What sense does that make? No. Handle, finish your plate. Handle what's at your weight class, or move up and then call them out. It's one or the other. You can't even you won't even call out the people in your own weight class. That's what I'm saying.
See,
Me personally.
just to get a perspective, because you guys are in the US, I'm from the UK. The reason why I asked the question that how big is that fight? What I was getting at is I don't know what the temperature's like in the US. Like what I'm saying is that does that fight Tank and Gary Russell, does that sell out a 20,000 arena? Does it sell out a stadium? Because we know it's a big politically it's a big fight. There's no doubt about it. Probably the biggest fight since Loma and Rigo,
I'm
right?
gonna tell you this,
But
bro. That fight will sell out in Brooklyn. It'll sell out in the DMV.
Mm.
And so yeah, it's a big money fight, bro.
You might can
so
put some
so
seats in the store with
Yeah.
that.
would it do you think it would sell out MSG?
Yeah.
The
No.
small room, yeah. The small
How
room,
much
yeah.
is what 15K or was it 10K?
No.
I think
No.
he said
Small room might be like
Might
5 to 6 thousand.
be like 7 to 8 thousand.
Oh, okay, yeah. He should have no problem selling that out. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like it'll do good. It'll do good in the MGM. Yeah, that's perfect for that fight, bro. That joint is sell out up there. Cause that's
I
right.
even like the venue that Jared Hurd just fought at, and what was that, George Mason University or something like that.
Yeah, Eagle Bank Arena.
That was a nice venue. It looked like you could fit at least 9 to 10,000 people in that
Right.
bitch.
Yeah. You can put it down.
They could reutilize that.
Yeah. 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 All the Barclays. It'll do good in the Barclays too. Especially,
That's why
especially
that's why I was finna say the Barclays.
yeah, especially if you put some Brooklyn Cats on that undercard. Put Adam Koronaki on the undercard or something. It'll do good in the Barclays. It's gonna do good either way it go, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just looking. Tank about to do good when he go back to goddamn me Baltimore, wherever he fighting at. You know what I'm saying? They haven't announced the check though. We waiting on that, man.
God damn.
Yeah, man. But let me check this chat out.
I'm trying to wait till I get to home.
My nigga K Black say Tank haven't been saying anything because he know the guys that want to fight him will give him trouble. Facts. He legendary Top Cat say I can't lie. Tank run with Broner. Them they all talking fades even faster. They taking them fades even faster. You say they taking the fades faster. What you trying to say, bro? You say he running with Broner? Yeah, I mean I know he running with Broner, man. So at the end of the day, man, he gonna have to stop getting so motherfucking fat. You know what I'm saying? That's probably one of his biggest problems, man. But yeah, man, it's been a crazy week in boxing though, man. We did get the announcement though. Keith Thurman, Pacquiao, July 20th. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be on it's gonna be on pay per view. You know what I'm saying? And of course you're
Right,
gonna
on 503. That was confirmed. It's on pay-per-view because I was confused about that when I see them. They announced it on during the Herd J Rock telecast. I didn't hear nothing about pay-per-view. Are you sure? Because
yeah,
there's
man, it's on
I
pay per
still
view,
feel
bro.
like there's a possibility it might be
That's
on.
what I'm reading.
Is it on Free Fox or is it pay-per-view Fox?
World welterweight champion Keith one-time Thurman on pay-per-view officially announced the boxing's only 8 division world champion Manny Pacquiao will cap off an epic night of boxing Saturday, July 20th as he takes on undefeated WBA world welterweight champion Keith one-time Thurman on pay-per-view officially announced.
Yeah, man. You heard it, man.
Man.
Indeed. Beautiful.
I
Yeah.
the question
So
is anybody buying?
yeah, is anybody buying that joint, man? Let me get some thoughts. Go ahead, Roughhouse.
Man,
Oh,
yeah, I probably wind up getting it, man. For the fight card, man. Boxing gets so much money from me,
hey,
but
bro. Hey, bro.
I'm a hardcore. You know what
Have
I'm saying?
any of y'all looked up the Charlo fight ticket shit?
Uh-uh.
Yeah. Anybody on here?
I tried to go look him up on SeatGeek. They ain't on there yet.
You tripping? I'm on it right now. They ain't on SeatGeek, but I'm finna buy my tickets right now.
Well, damn. I mean, you said something about it. You ain't gonna say what they at.
Oh yeah, my bad. Go to NRG Arena, bro.
You say what?
Go to NRG Arena. They got floor seats for $150. 250.
All right, bet. Say less. I got
Yeah.
you.
I'm looking at I'm trying to I'm looking at section section E right now, but I'm trying to get a good section, not a corner section. I want a side section. Because I'm looking at the entrance. I think I'm gonna get one by the entrance, the ring entrance.
Don't you and 503 get the ringside joints, man?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm think I'm gonna get section E, bro. Section E is 250. And that's right there. Down here I'm getting ringside. But this right here where the entrance, where the fight is gonna be coming out too. Or you can get section F for 155, and I'm still right there at that ring entrance for 150.
Yeah, those tickets sound pretty reasonable.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna get my ticket now. If 503, if you want to sit by me, bro, I'll buy my ticket, I'll buy yours, and you just give me the money back.
Yeah, those are reasonable prices. Dudes just
Yeah.
trying to show me the same prices
So
for like some no-name Canadian fighters.
I'm gonna holler at my brother too. I'm gonna wait till this evening. I'm gonna holler at my brother if they go, see who all going because I know where I'm sitting. I already see it right now. I'm sitting in this 150 section.
Yeah. Say less. Just shoot me that shit, bro. Cause I'm trying to do it right now, man.
All right, I'm gonna just send you the link to where I'm at.
Yeah.
Bet.
All right, man. But go ahead, Roughhouse. Go ahead, man.
Nah, I wasn't saying that. I was just saying, man, those tickets sound really reasonable. And our fellow was saying something about somebody trying to get him some tickets for some no names. What were you saying, bro?
Yeah, no, I was just saying, yeah, those I was agreeing with you, Rough House, about those tickets sound reasonable because I was offered pretty much the same price for some no-name Canadian fighters, a couple months back. So I'm like, damn, So those you should jump on those prices
Real
definitely.
talk, man. 'Cause I ain't gonna lie. I thought they were gonna be in the 300s.
Mm-hmm. Damn. So that shit crazy though, man. But nah, we was talking about that Pacquiao Thurman pay per view though, man. Before we got sidetracked about them tickets, man.
Oh
Uh,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I
man.
was
Oh
saying,
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
I'm probably gonna. Or I know I'm gonna get it, man. Just because of the fight call, man. You know, that this fight here, I feel a little bit better about it than the way I felt about buying Crawford and Khan. Man, I did not feel good about buying that one, man. It took a whole lot for me to go ahead and hit purchase on my direct TV. But I'll get it.
Yeah, man. That's what's up. That's what's up. Uh, what about you, fella?
Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards getting this fight. Um, I myself, like to me, this fight represents more of like a 50-50, 55-45 type fight. So in my mind, that's worth it for me to to shell out the dough to get a pay-per-view to get a fight of this caliber because I respect that both that's going to be a competitive fight. I didn't respect that of Terrence Crawford and Amir Khan. We knew the results already in the dig. It was going to be a very, very slim chance that Amir Khan was going to upset the apple cart on that one. So even without even knowing the undercards and whatnot, and for the fact that it's going to be Fox pay-per-view, which I'm truly impressed with, um, the way they present their fights, the way they're presenting boxing. Yeah, I'm definitely I'm leaning towards getting this fight on pay-per-view. No problem.
Already. That's what's
Hey,
up.
hey,
Hey,
503. Hey, does this say anything about the undercards?
now I know Caleb Plant. Only thing I know about the undercards right now is Caleb Plant gonna be fighting on the prelims. That's gonna be before pay per view. I don't know who actually gonna be fighting on the pay per view card. That's yet to be announced, but we will let you know
Whoa,
as
hold
soon as
up.
Yeah,
it get announced.
facts. You
Caleb
got
Plant
Caleb Plant
Caleb
against
Plant
Mike
versus
Lee.
Mike Lee.
on
Yeah,
the prelims?
yeah. That's gonna be on Free Fox, and I think after that fight, it's gonna lead into the pay per view if I'm not mistaken. And I don't know how many fights are gonna be on the pay per view card.
Oh, damn. I would have thought Caleb would have been on the actual undercard.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
all good though. I mean, it's gonna be a good night of boxing. One of them ones. What you got on it, man?
yeah. I just wanted to give my take as well, man. Just so you know, we buy everything. So if it's pay-per-view, we're gonna get it. Well, I'm gonna get it over here. Um,
Right on.
yeah, usually, yeah, even if it's like doesn't really matter what time of the morning it is for us. If it's 4, 5, 6, 7 in the morning, we'll get it. Because I usually watch it with, with my boys, and we'll get it. Because I suppose it's different for us as well. The pricing and everything. It's only gonna be like $25 or whatever. So yeah, we're definitely gonna cut that.
Wait, well, hold up. So one of them ones. Let me get this straight. So just to backtrack a little bit, you know what I mean, before you go on with your statement about Thurman and Pacquiao. Um, so this weekend, you was at the bachelor party, winding up the gal them. You come out and then you go back to your rest
Mm,
and turn on the fights. That's what happened, man. That's how it happens in the UK.
yeah,
After getting mashed up
yeah,
at the club 3 o'clock in the morning in the
yeah.
UK, you head back home to turn on the fights. That's how it goes down.
That's how we rolling. That's how we rolling.
I
So I
like
said,
that. I
"Yo,
like that.
what?"
That's what I want.
I pushed the thing. I said, "Yo, what time is it? Yo, listen, I got to cut out, babes. I'm gonna call you later. I've got to head out. I see the hangouts. The links were coming in. I said, "Yo, something's going down. Something's going down." I jumped in the whip, sped home, busting red lights, flew on the TV, both screens, so I could watch both of them at the same time. That's how we're rolling. You know what I mean? So this is nothing. This Pacquiao Furman thing, yeah, we'll watch it. We'll watch it. But yeah,
That's what's up. That's what's up. In the dig.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like a boss.
We try, man. We try.
Yo, I can't imagine that though. That's like a different dynamic. Like to being over here, like in Canada and the States and whatnot, come back from the club, and then just to turn on your TV and sit there, and you still have the wherewithal to even, like, you know what
Mm,
I mean, to even watch the fights coherently. Man,
yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
got to give it to you, brother.
Well, the thing is, for us, I understand where you're coming from, but for us, you have to be a hardcore boxing fan to do that. Not to mention that it messes up your sleep pattern. So, you're getting up at 12, 1, 2, 2 o'clock the next day, and you got to fix that quick because you got Monday, work on Monday. You got to be a serious hardcore boxing fan to watch these types of fights. Furman and Pacquiao, it's not really a mainstream fight over here. Most people will do the AJs and your Mayweathers, those kind of things. They'll do that. But Furman and Pacquiao, you have to be a real, especially with Crawford and Khan as well. You got to be a real hardcore boxing fan to do that. So, but the other thing as well, um, to me, it's kind of nothing because it's always been like that for us. We don't know no different. In fact, it's kind of weird when a fight happens at a reasonable time. And when a fight happens at 10 o'clock, I'm like, well, it's something, it don't feel right. You know what I mean? Am I getting value for money? It's just, we don't know any better.
Yeah. Yeah, man, y'all boys just wide different over there, man. That's why I respect them UK boys, man, because y'all definitely have to stay up to watch the good fights for sure. You know what I'm saying? But
Including these streams as well, man. Including these streams, it's hard work.
yeah, man, for sure, man. I know it's like almost midnight over there where you at, or past midnight. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
1 a.m.
Yeah. So yeah, man, I'm finna go ahead and wrap this one up though, man. 78 finna get ready and come on, man. So yeah, man, let me go ahead and get some last words from everybody. You could go first, one of the ones, and
Yeah, yeah. I was
let
gonna
the
say.
people know what you got going on too.
Okay, yeah, no problem. I was gonna say, yeah, so, salute, big up everyone, the usual suspects. Hey, my bad, 503. If we kind of went left with the conversation, but you know, we're all passionate on the panel about boxing, and sometimes the conversation can just go that way. You know what I mean? And everyone wants to get their points across, especially if it's like over an emotive subject or whatever. I thought it was a good conversation, man. I really enjoyed the diversity, man. It was really good. Big up everyone in the chat, the usual suspects, including the ones that ain't on the panel today. The man like the top legendary top cats, you know what I mean? My brother at Reacher and stuff. It's your boy, one of them ones. Salute 503 for sending that link. I have been seeing them, but you know, it's just been a bit difficult for me to jump on. But I knew I had to jump on now because I had the time and opportunity and so forth. But yeah, man, we'll do it again. It's your boy, one of them ones, man. I'm out. Peace, peace.
Already. Fooler, you there, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Let me get some last words from you, bro. Let the people know what you got going on, man. You need to drop some videos, my boy.
It was dropped a video 2 days ago
Okay.
about the world movement. Yeah, the world movement fight that we dropped a video about. Um, I'm just trying to get more into the vlogging and getting more into just making the channel more visually appealing, basically. But I'll probably do some. I don't know, maybe this weekend, since I think Brazil and Wilder fight, I'll probably do a post reaction to that. And I may just drop a you never know, I might just drop a random video. I I basically go on feeling. Basically, sometimes I go on feeling, and if I'm inclined to do something, I'm gonna do it. So maybe there'll be like something happening in the sports world or in the boxing world that will incline me to drop a video soon. But I'll have some more people on the channel too, some like guests to come on the channel, basically. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I'll go hard like next month.
Right on. I understand, bro. I understand. This shit a marathon. You feel me? I ain't mad at you, big bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, just keep dropping them videos whenever you can, man. Doing them little live streams whenever you can, man. You know what I'm saying? But Rough House, let me get some last words from you, my brother. And let the people know what you got going on, man.
Already, man. Man, appreciate the plug 503 getting me in once again. You know what I'm saying? Chopping it up, talking this good boxing talk with y'all boys, man. Salute to the whole panel. You know what I'm saying? All the usual suspects, my boy Mac. You know what I'm saying? Stay ready. You know what I'm saying? My nigga Odd Fella, King of the North. You know what I'm saying? One of them ones from the UK, my man Fula. You know, uh, Act, legendary Top Cats, who wasn't here today, man. But everybody that popped in on the chat, man. Hey, if y'all ain't subscribed to the Homeboy 503, you're slipping on your pimping. Real talk, man. Smash that subscribe button, hit the like button for my boy for this live stream. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hit that bell icon so y'all get the alerts from my man putting out that good work. You know, and y'all already know what it is. I am that boy Box. This is Rough House Boxing TV. And y'all make sure y'all stop by the house. Just remember to wipe your feet, close the door behind you. Oh yeah, and it's gonna be story time again at the house. The last one was the Mikey and Errol Spence, the little engine that couldn't. This one is probably gonna be J Rock and the Beanstalk. And be looking out for the Wilder Brazil breakdown and prediction video this week too. And I'm out. Gee.
Already. Stay ready. Let me get some last words from you, big bro. Let people know what you got going on.
Man, slow boogie, man. Just trying to get back into the swing of things after being gone in the country this weekend, man. And over this damn weather. The sun back out. It's feeling good in the city, you know. And we got something good for y'all tonight. My bro got marathon Mondays, but it's motivational Monday for me. It's fight week. I'm ready to see devastation this weekend, and we're gonna talk about it tonight. Be there, be square. Know what I'm talking about?
I'm definitely swinging down. Stay ready. Avenue, you understand me? I'm definitely gonna be there, man, for that motivation for sure, man. Like I say, big bro, I always bring that, you know what I'm saying, that motivation one on one. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my nigga Big Money. PK, I see you in the building, man. Y'all be sure to go to my bro channel when he go live at 9, man, 9:30. You know what I'm saying? 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And with that being said, closes out, fella.
And y'all niggas, salute to the whole chat up in there. I don't know who's up in the chat, but salute to the chat them. And salute to PK boxing and MMA, you know what I mean, for all your dope MMA, UFC, Bellator news, you know what I mean? Make sure you subscribe to PK boxing and MMA. Salute to Focus Ball as well, you know what I mean? He out there as well, one of the usual suspects. But before I close, I just want to touch on real quick. I was really hating on the ESPN commentating Saturday evening with regards to the Isaac Dobe fight against the Navarrete character, and there seems to be an agenda on Live and Well with discrediting the the father trainer relationship. You know, dig. And it was Live and Well during that broadcast how they were just continuously shitting on Isaac Dobe's father. Yes, he's not a trainer that he's a self-taught trainer. He wasn't he didn't come up in a huge different boxing gyms or whatnot. He had to self-teach himself, then teach his son the game along with the whole boxing culture of Bakum and Ghana. But it was just sad to see, sad to hear. Two other black men on I'm not even gonna name names. We know who they are. Two other black men on the telecast just continuously shitting on a father and questioning whether he loves his son. You in the dig for putting them out there, I guess, because they felt that Isaac Dobe should have been stopped. They should have threw in the towel. I think it was absolutely despicable. I thought it was despicable for the fact that they didn't mention Smoking Burt Cooper, one of the late great fighter. You know what I mean? Many action-packed wars. I would recommend go watch that Michael Moore slugfest between Michael Moore and Smoking Burt Cooper. But I'm really disappointed in ESPN's commentation over Saturday. That's why I got once again salute Fox. Outside of boxing, I don't give a damn about Fox. I don't like Fox, but when it comes to boxing, they've been doing an excellent job. So salute. With that being said, salute to the LBBC. It's your favorite yet your most hated all fella, and I'll be back for another live stream. And I'm Gizon.
Already, man. Appreciate everybody, man, that tuned in today, man. You know what I'm saying? The whole chat, man. My boy Legendary K Black. You know what I'm saying? J Dog, PK Big Money. You know what I'm saying? P Money. PC Jacob, man. Nostrils, man. Kevin Stenhouse. I appreciate everybody that came through today, man. Y'all be sure to be back tomorrow, same time, same place, man. You know what I'm saying? And just like that, we gone. Be sure to tune in to 78. He up next, man. Tune in to my bro shit after that. And just like that, we gone. Peace.